Previously on Marvel's Midnight Suns.
We think it's a shipping facility. Or smuggling.
Serve our mother. We await the return of the Midnight Sun.
I thought Venom's breath was bad.
It is.
Oh, you know I'm kidding, don't you, Charlie? How long was I out?
Days.
What happened?
Before or after you exploded.
The collar.
Still intact. Though I'll admit, when Agatha and I first made it for you, we didn't anticipate the need to withstand alien energy.
Felt like more than that. As if...
Thankfully, the Venom creature didn't seem to like it either. Ran off through that gate of his, which is why Blade was able to get you home.
Next time I will send that thing straight into the abyss.
Next time, there will be no next time. I know I've been pushing things hard. Pushing you.
That's what you do?
Maybe not on this one. At least until we find a way to counteract the volatile effect of these compounding alien and mystic energies. Which reminds me, Strange and Stark have been chomping at the bit to come see you. Which, of course, I would not allow.
Hope you were not too rough on them.
Me? Of course not. Though I can't speak for Charlie. Still, wouldn't hurt to show your face around here when you're ready. People are starting to worry. It's time. Come.
Tell me about it.
And you are certain it will hold?
We wouldn't be standing here if I wasn't. You two focus on the creature. I will worry about the collar.
Haven't really seen Blade since he got back from the sewer.
Carrying Hunter home on his back.
He's still outside. Being extra broody. Maybe you should talk with him.
Good idea. I'll go with you if you like.
All I'm saying is the tower's lost. We're no closer to breaking through Slimerama's sanctum shield, and our exalted chosen one just woke up and is listening to our every word. It's great to see you on your feet again, boss. Glad to see you back on your feet again. Strange and I tried to stop by for a little house call while you were out, but turns out your dog is part flamethrower.
She is very protective.
That's one word for it. Listen, I know you're probably hearing all sorts of comments after your last tango with Venom. For what it's worth, we both just wanted to say that we don't think you should get within 50 light years of that thing until we sort out what the hell's going on between you two.
How does the old saying go? Slash me once, shame on you. Slash me twice.
Couldn't have said it better. It's like I'm talking to a living meme.
I would hope not. The last meme was killed during the Great Culling. Their mimic abilities made them one of the deadliest threats of the old world.
Right. Let's get back to fighting the giant alien slime monster. Look, Strange and I have been studying pieces of that symbiote ever since this nightmare began. Problem is, the further they get from the source, the more their molecular structure changes, which basically renders them useless to us. In zombie movie terms, I need a sample from Patient Zero, the old slime ball himself.
Venom.
Or Eddie, if you talk to Peter. Either way, that's our guy. We get a sample from him, somehow maintain its molecular integrity long enough for Strange and I to poke around at it, and, well, we're in business.
Let me guess. You have a new gadget in mind for the task.
Gadget? No, not a gadget. Plans for a groundbreaking device to solve this insurmountable problem and keep you from exploding next time you fight the indestructible monster? You betcha.
I like where this is going.
Good. Calling it my symbiote sampler for now. Hey, I ran out of acronyms, okay? Stage 1 in stopping our symbiote nightmare once and for all. Meet me over by ye old anvil over there and we can get started. Oh, you're not afraid of needles, right?
Needles?
Forget I asked.
I'm sure I'm not the first person to inquire on this fine morning, but seeing as how you did explode in what I might describe as a most spectacular fashion, any side effects I should know about? Headache, blurred vision, the urge to murder us all?
Something did happen that I would consider a side effect.
There's no need to be coy, Hunter. I've seen my fair share of embarrassing side effects. Unwanted hair growth, growing third eyes, uncontrollable flagellation. Nothing shocks me anymore, except for Tony's night terrors and chronic bedwetting. But in all seriousness, I hope you feel comfortable enough to disclose any medical conditions you may be experiencing now. We can't in good conscience send you back into battle against Hydra if you're not in tip-top condition.
My collar. I'm afraid the explosion cracked it.
Cracked? How big is this crack?
Minor. Almost undetectable.
A small fissure should not be a problem. Your collar is made of tough stuff, almost as tough as you. But if you see it expanding even a millimeter, you must, and I mean must, come to me immediately.
Absolutely. You have my word, Doctor.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Any burning philosophical questions about the universe you need answering?
Do you really think we will be able to halt the prophecy?
Halt? No, unfortunately not. Prophecies are stubborn things.
So you do not believe I can change mine?
Anything we do would be like dropping a rock in a stream. We might stop it or divert it for a bit, but the relief would only be temporary. This prophecy will come true, one way or another.
How do you do it?
Do what?
Balance both light and dark magic without becoming overwhelmed with one or the other.
Yes, I am rather well-rounded in my magical gifts, aren't I? I suppose I see magic as a tool. I use magic, but it doesn't use me. Just remember, you don't need to go pure dark or pure light unless you want to. There is room for everyone's own unique path.
Are you worried about what is happening to the Sanctum?
I try to keep those thoughts roped away from my own sanity. I am deathly afraid of what Lilith is doing in there. I don't think she hijacked my home just so she could rifle through my sock drawers.
I should take my leave. There is much to do.
Yes, there is. Just don't push yourself too hard. You are, after all, still part human.
You're one tough cookie, Hunter. Biscotti level tough.
Biscotti?
Teeth-breaking Tony kind of cookie.
If only I was more teeth-breaking with venom.
Yeah, not your best moment, but it wasn't a total bust. We learned that it takes more than an energy blast straight from hell to wipe you out.
True.
And that blade? He's an asset.
I owe him my life.
Yeah, he gets 5 stars from me. And ass-kicking abilities aside, he's pretty on point with his movie references. Outside the mission stuff, I gotta say, I had my doubts about Blade. The brooding vibe, the sunglasses indoors, his lack of preference between a Chicago style versus New York, which is just plain wrong. But the more I see him in action, the more I think he might be an okay dude.
You definitely left a mark on him as well. He is quite impressed with your capabilities.
Well, let him know. The feeling is 100% mutual. Happy to have him on the team. Anyway, I wanted to ask how you were, and it turned into a full-blown cooler talk. Better get back to work before the boss notices. Catch you later.
Caretaker, are you all right?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I know you're on your feet and seem fine after that explosion with Venom. But I know all too well from experience that sometimes the worst injuries are not visible to the naked eye. So, please tell me, Hunter, are you actually as fine as you seem this morning? Or should I be worried?
No, caretaker, I am not. My collar, the explosion, it cracked it.
Cracked?
Yes.
I feared this would happen. Venom was filled with your mother's power. It would be naive to think it couldn't fracture even our best defenses against her. At least cracked doesn't mean broken. Not yet, at least. You will have to work doubly hard to rein in your darkness. Your actions and words mean more than ever now. Make sure you use them with integrity.
I understand.
Yeah, well, I guess I should stop fussing over you and go see what horrors Hydra has in store for us today. As you were, Hunter.
I hear I owe you my thanks.
You know, when you were resurrected, I was sure you wouldn't be able to overcome the darkness inside you.
What do you think now?
I'm beginning to think I was right. You are your mother's kid, all right. No escaping that.
I know who my mother is, and I know what that means for me, but I assure you, I am working hard to resist her.
Just keep being as honest with yourself as you're being with me right now, Hunter, and you might just have a chance. Might.
Just what do you think you saw?
You're telling me you don't remember what happened after that blast? Because that was some messed up shit.
Tell me.
You were crying out for your mother, calling out her name like a lost kid at a theme park, while all this crazy-ass dark energy was swirling around your body, almost taking it over. I was so sure you were about to fall that I didn't leave your side. Surprised you came to with the light still in your eyes.
I feel fortunate to have you looking out for me, Daywalker.
You and I, we share the same burden of bad, and that's some heavy shit to carry. I want you to know, you don't have to carry it alone.
I would appreciate you not sharing what you witnessed with the rest of the team.
I don't plan to. It's not mine to share. I'll leave that to you.
Of all the changes you had to deal with, at least the music is better.
Every song I heard was unique. No way to record it, but inside your heart.
Aw, that is the most romantic thing I've ever heard about church hymns and sea shanties.
Do not forget the Body Tavern songs.
If you ever sing them, I wouldn't.
We've really been putting the pedal to the Hydra metal, huh, Hunter? Haven't seen the Hellride this fired up since... well, ever. I thought she could use a little tune-up, and we could use a little break to catch up.
What is on your mind, Robbie?
Honestly, just wanted to say thanks. I was starting to feel like a fifth wheel around here for a while. But lately, not so much. Even old Sparky agrees. Well, both of us, just wanted to say thanks. Nice to feel useful. Know what I mean?
Normally, I would not advise anyone to listen to the demon inside their head.
I know.
But in this case, you are both welcome. And your help has been much appreciated.
Feelings mutual, Hunter. From both of us. Who would have thought a 300-year-old demon hunter from Old Salem, Massachusetts, hanging with the spirit of vengeance from East LA in a magically restored transient abbey as, you know, friends?
Stranger things have happened. And will happen, I'm sure.
And I look forward to all of them.
It was hard enough getting used to the Midnight Suns. Now we have doubled in size.
You are one of the Midnight Suns.
Now, yes, but not at the beginning. I was the strange woman who spoke to no one. It must be worse for you, Hunter. All the faces are new, except for Caretaker.
The past hurts. I do not like to focus on it.
I understand, Hunter. More than you know. I will tell you a secret. Do not laugh. I have a tiny envy for how you make friends so quickly.
How so?
It comes so easy to you. Even when you are a bat. You are a likable bat.
I am glad to hear that, Ileana.
Of course. You have bitchin' swords. That is automatic likable for me. I meant with the others. Whatever you're doing, keep doing. Don't waste the time hiding in your room.
Ready for shop class?
I am ready.
Right on.
Good instincts, but you want to tighten up the array.
Like this?
Close. Here, I can show you.
What's all the, new equipment?
Ah, the supplies? No need to thank me. Donated to the cause, courtesy of 5 Stark subsidiaries.
Wow. It's really something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but just take what you need. I'll clear out the rest. I promise.
Awesome. That's great.
How's it going, boss? Ready to get your hands greasy?
Tony, why did you bring all this equipment?
Really? The old stuff has a junkyard horked up in an 80s machine shop vibe. Why, were we supposed to vote on it?
No problem, but I would like to know how you managed to bring all this to the Abbey.
I was just taking up space in various warehouses, so I had it delivered.
How?
I carted it, crate by crate, through Limbo. Don't bring it up with Ileana. I dropped a spectrometer off her glowy bridge. She's not happy. So, about this situation, I get it. We're bumping elbows. But you kids are doing good work here. Whatever you want to do, I'll support it.
I spoke with Tony about the equipment. He says he wanted to support shop class.
That's all?
He believes he is helping. That is good enough for me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Look, you came here to make something. Don't keep Parker waiting. I guess I'll keep an eye on Tony. Make sure he doesn't do any crazy rich people stuff.
Like what?
We don't want to find a champagne waterfall in the break room, you know? Actually, that would be tight.
Did you know Tony planned to do this?
No. Did you?
Nah, but it sounds like his heart was in the right place. Now, it's time to build something cool. We have no big threats on the horizon, so today we're going to retool some of our gear.
No big threats? What about Lilith?
Shop class deals with known quantities. Lilith alters fundamental scientific principles just by existing. She's way out of our league. Besides, we have a ton of ideas in the backlog for these personal prototypes. It all depends on the components at hand. Glad you cleared that up with Tony. Now we can get to work. I have the components you gave me. Always good to get ahead. So, are we good to go on this project?
I am ready.
Hunter, are you all right? I was so worried. You looked so helpless lying there, just like you were when you were a babe. I could hear you crying out to be the same way, too. I had to come see you.
Here to gloat, Mother?
Quite the opposite. I was concerned. I could not sense you after...
Your pet monster nearly destroyed me.
An unintended and unforeseen consequence of your continued assault against me. The mystical energies within our blood do not always mix well with off-worlders. But neither do the wards of your pretentious sorcerer. The venom creature is a calculated but necessary risk.
Alien monstrosities, Wanda's unchecked powers coupled with Banner's unhinged mind. Whatever you are planning, Mother, I fear it may be beyond even your control.
Your concern touches me, but I would risk the heavens themselves if it meant saving you.
I do not need saving.
Oh, but you do. And that crack in your collar is the first step. Every revolution of self starts with the tiniest of rifts, an ever so slight splinter in the glass, a hanging thread begging to be pulled until it unravels all. You should be celebrating. That crack is the beginning of your emancipation from my sister's control. She keeps you collared because she fears you. They all do. Sarah wants to hold you back from realizing your full potential, the way she tried to hold me back centuries ago.
I would not need this collar had I not been corrupted by your blood.
Is that what you believe? Oh, child. There is so much you must learn. But you would never believe me if I told you. Not here. Not now. You must discover those answers on your own. Once you're unshackled, you will finally be free to be yourself.
And who is that? Answer me! You wanted to speak?
I see you, Hunter. I notice what you've been up to.
And what have I been up to exactly?
Bad things. Very bad things. The worst. You should see the look on your face. I meant that in a good way. You're embracing the darkness more and more every day, owning it, but not letting it own you. And more importantly, you're proving to be quite a good friend.
I am touched and honored to be considered a friend to you, Ileana.
Just don't let it go to your head. For years in this realm, I felt out of place. I was a sorceress who used the darkness within her for the cause of light and life. No one understood me, and most people were terrified. Then I met the Midnight Suns, and they showed me how to make a home in this world. It never felt right for a bad girl like me to fight with the good guys. Until you showed me how.
That does not sound like a lesson Caretaker would teach.
It's not one she could. She only meddles with the darkness, but we are born from it. She could never understand. My time growing up in Limbo was difficult. The creature who brought me there, his name is Mephisto.
The Prince of Lies? The Great Corruptor? Master of the Realm of Lost Souls? That Mephisto?
The very same. He sought to blacken my soul with corruption. Forced me to hurt, to curse, to kill. I hate what he did, what he made me do. But without it, I am not the person you know. And I would never have met you. Am I a monster for being grateful it happened as it did?
Of course not. A terrible creature inflicted pain on a friend of mine. Worse, he made her think it was her own fault.
It was my fault.
He was always the monster, Ileana. Never you. That is what I see.
I do not agree. But I trust you. I shall consider what you said, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for listening to me, friend.
We're missing something, Hunter. And the frustrating thing is it's happening right in front of us.
Where?
The Sanctum is filthy with Hydra. Too many of them. It wouldn't take many guards to secure the building. So the question is, what else are they doing in there?
There is only one way to find out for sure. And to do that, we need to get inside.
That's not going to happen until we get a sample from Venom.
Our list of problems continues to grow longer.
Well, we're not here for the easy stuff.
Here you are, Hunter. One symbiote sampler, hot off the old demonic presses.
That is not what I expected.
Yes, I for one am not going anywhere near that thing.
You're a doctor. Don't tell me you're afraid of a little needle.
That is most certainly not a needle.
Well, you say tomato, I say one gamma-infused arc-powered laser tomato. Either way, we're good to go. Now we just have to get close enough to Venom to use it.
How exactly would I use this thing?
Works the same as any other needle. If your needle was hotter than molten lava and could pierce the sun, just stick the pointy end in him and let the device do the rest. Once we jab that thing, the symbiote will be extracted and stored within the chamber. The fluid inside should maintain the sample's molecular integrity indefinitely. I based it on the saliva he left on you during that last round.
I see. And does Spider-Man, Peter, think it will actually work?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I've kind of been keeping him out of the loop on this one. Look, Peter's a great kid, with a big heart. He looks at Venom and he doesn't see the same mucus monster we do. All he sees is Eddie Brock. From what he's told me, the two of them weren't exactly best friends before the symbiote got thrown into the mix. But that doesn't matter to Peter. It's not going to be easy to get that sample. We'll have to get real close. I know Peter would give anything, including his own life, to save Eddie. Guess I just don't want to see him distracted when the time comes. Look what happened to me with Bruce.
Venom is not Banner, Tony. And Peter is not you.
Well, that's the point. I look at Peter and I see, well, maybe the person I could have been if I didn't let money, fame, and my dad's war profiteering get the best of me. Maybe I just want to keep the kid a kid for as long as possible.
Tony.
End of the day, we gotta find Venom first before any of this matters. Given his symbiote is happily sliming its way across the 5 boroughs, it's gonna be hard getting any kind of reading on him with conventional means, as in the non-demonically possessed kind. Thankfully, there's always Auntie Caretaker and her magic mirror. I'd check in with her. Talk to you soon, Hunter.
I see Tony showed you his new toy.
He did.
He is so in love with his toys. I don't suppose he's given much thought as to who should get close enough to Venom to use it.
If anyone understands Venom, it is Peter. He might be a good candidate for this mission. The ability to put ourselves in our enemy's shoes can tell us where they have been and where they are going.
Peter. Interesting. His innate humanity and unwavering empathy for Eddie Brock's plight could make him an ideal candidate. This won't be figured out right now, but we should decide something soon. Time is of the essence. But I suppose you know that better than anyone. We will talk again soon.
How are you, Peter?
You tell me, Hunter. I'm out of the loop on everything. They're off discussing what to do about Venom, and no one has said a word to me about it.
Maybe they are trying to protect you, Peter. They see your youth and feel the need to shield you a bit.
I've saved the city I don't know how many times. What do I have to do to prove myself? Grow a goatee like Strange?
I do not think that is necessary.
Good, because it would be way too itchy under the mask.
I know it can be frustrating, but you should not waste time wallowing in it.
I know, I should be doing something, because right now I feel kinda useless. Maybe I'll use the forge to bake a loaf of sourdough. Really get in Stark's way until he notices me.
If you want Stark to pay attention to you, there are better ways to make your point than making bread.
Well, I was kidding about that, but if you have suggestions...
Just walk up to him and suggest a way to help.
Okay, you've made your point. Fine. Maybe I'll speak up.
Excellent.
Just give me a bit. I'm a little rusty. The Sinister Six caused me to miss out on my speech class final.
There it is. The creature.
And pretty much the entire Hydra offensive.
No doubt stealing more of the priceless and, did I mention, extremely powerful artifacts housed within the sanctum.
I don't think so. They're fortifying a position here.
You're right.
We're never gonna get close enough to get a symbiote sample.
Oh, I wouldn't say never. Venom problem? No problem.
Wow, you got some serious range on that old Spidey sense, kid.
Or he got my text.
Either way, I'm your guy. Come on, team. I got an idea. notice that more in the mirror.
Sorry, kid. Can't risk a field trip on this one.
Yeah, because you all have so much experience fighting Venom.
Spider-Man's cunning has proven to far exceed his years. In battle, not the talking.
Don't see any of us muscling in when the Mandarin's in town.
Okay, fine. I get it. What's the plan, Spider-Man?
Crisscross,
Crossbones.
and Eddie, and a really big... What is that?
Whatever it is, they brought an entire army to protect it.
Uh-huh. Sorry, just need to make a last-second adjustment to the plan.
Yes. The plan. What is it?
Right. Okay, stay low, wait for my signal. The time wasted. Suppressing gamma energy versus harnessing it. Oh, when Mother sees what I have become. What's up, Doc? Eat his brains. Signal! Signal! That was a signal! Work. Well, it did that one time.
Parker, report. Parker, status.
Well, I am under a little pressure, but Eddie's right where I want him. Of ours, Eddie. Think it's time we changed it up. So how about we try a little smash up? What? That not a thing anymore? Let's find out. Well, this might sting for just a second, but that's perfectly natural. Also, perfectly natural. Just a little something I like to call the plan.
Fury's got 2 teams digging for Venom as we speak.
You may want to add 2 or 3 more. Just saying.
You dropped a church on him. I doubt he's going anywhere.
Parker,
Uh-oh.
I have seen that look before.
congratulations on a job well done.
Aw, thanks everyone. I'll remember this moment forever. Which is probably how long it's gonna take me to pay the church's repair bill.
Oh, not to worry. Thankfully, we have a billionaire in the house.
Yeah, at least Stark's credit card is good for something.
Oh, these kids. Real sweethearts. Good plan, Peter. Executed like a champ. Craziest plan I ever saw in my life. Still can't believe he pulled that off.
Yes, and now we must make use of the sample he recovered.
We?
All right, everyone. I know you all have a lot more important things to do than cheer little old me on. Let's go save the world. Oh, And if anyone happened to record any of this, feel free to send it my way. For training purposes, of course. Just between you and me, I wasn't 100% sure that little plan would pay off out there. I mean, I was pretty sure, but I still had that little voice in the back of my head. If you screw this up, Venom's gonna be snacking on your skull. Even worse, I would have let you down, not to mention the others.
I always knew you would succeed, Peter. Enjoyed the praise you received.
Thanks. It's kind of nice to be the man of the hour, even if it only lasts, an hour. Spent so long trying to keep Spider-Man and Peter Parker separate from each other, I never really had the chance to celebrate victories with, you know...
Friends?
Exactly. Thank you for that, Hunter.
However you look at it, be glad we got the sample.
Now we can get the doc home, keep you less explodey. All around, a good day.
We all owe you a thanks.
I was nothing. Besides, helping the boss man test his top-secret prototype on a demonically possessed alien symbiote-human hybrid has got to look good to the folks at Stark Industries. Would love to get a shot to work for Tony one day. Just wish Spider-Man could submit a resume.
But you are working with Tony, Peter. You are an integral member of the team.
Whoa. Mind just...
Peter?
Nope. Mind's still blown. I just need to sit here and let it all sink in, Hunter. I'll talk to you soon.
Hunter, I may have found something of interest to you. The means to surmount that obstacle you were so interested in. The secret lies with the symbiote you recovered. If my suspicions are correct, it can be used to disrupt your troublesome ward in the same way that my own wards of protection fell at the Sanctum Sanctorum.
What do I have to do?
Without going off on an overly technical Starkian rant, the alien itself has a very unusual composition. Its seemingly gelatinous structure seems to interfere with the ward's resonance frequency when channeled with the appropriate magic.
You are not going to ask me to retrieve more of the creature, are you?
That shouldn't be necessary. Although a cooperative venom would be invaluable here, I think we can make do with what's left from before. I left a vial of the symbiote on my desk in the forge. If you're intent on removing the ward, take it with you, discreetly.
Thank you for pursuing this further, Doctor. I doubt anyone else could have made this kind of discovery.
You're too kind, Hunter. Besides, I think our mutual friend has done quite well in guiding you so far.
I am very grateful to have such insightful friends.
Say hello for me sometime, would you?
I will, Doctor.
And now I should be getting back to my work, but do be careful out there, Hunter, and don't forget about the vial on my desk.
In the next episode.
This symbiote creature has had a stranglehold on us long enough. It is time to strike.
Go!
Get to the sanctum!
You kept me waiting, child.
I am here now.
So we are going to fight again.